Happy Sunday evening, team. I am so blessed to be here. I am Carly Roderman. I am your Associate Executive Director and founder in your upline organization. And we will wait just a few minutes and let you guys start joining. Don't forget that at the end of this, we will have a Q&A, a live Q&A. So hey AJ, if you guys start having questions come up, that you think of as I am doing the onboarding, that will be a great time to write your questions in the comments here. And then at the end, after onboarding, I will bring AJ Shirey on with me, and we will help answer all of those questions that you guys will be thinking of during this process. So I'm so excited. I'm so happy. If you are new to Monat and you are new to our tribe, welcome. You have made an amazing decision. And onboarding is something that we do every single week, and it's a way for you guys to get plugged in and to get your new market partners plugged in without trying to know everything from the very beginning, because we all know this business is something that we learn as we go, and that's really important to us. And so as long as we have our tribe that helps us to become successful, then we know that we can go far. And we know that we don't have to learn all of this on our own from the very beginning. And it's just something that we get to look forward to do every Sunday night with you guys right here. So welcome. What we're going to start with is I have my notes over here to the side. So I have to make sure that I stay on track as well as keep everybody else on track. And so something that you're going to think about as you move forward in your business, because you just enrolled, and that is huge, but something that you're going to think of is you want to begin aligning yourself with like-minded people. So if you have maybe been around people that weren't in the right mindset of where you want to go for your future, then it may be that time to look to a new way to meet new people that are going to be more of the mindset that you're wanting to follow. So that's super exciting. The next thing that I want to let you guys know about is when you started, you enrolled. That means that you have your own website, your own username, and your own password, and you have what's called a back office. And in the back office, we have what's called Market Partner Academy. Monat has spent millions of dollars on Market Partner Academy for us to, it answers so many questions of product information, of business information, of just kind of why we joined our business. And all of that can be answered in Market Partner Academy. So really, truly, and genuinely, I try not to work with people until I've seen their certificate of completion for Market Partner Academy, because that then shows me that they are extremely serious about their business and they are ready to take their life to the next level. So Market Partner Academy needs to be your very first step after you have joined Monat. The next thing that you want to do is figure out why. Why did you join Monat? And what was the reason behind it? When I joined Monat, I just joined it so I could have better hair. I was losing a lot of hair at my temples from postpartum depression. I did have postpartum depression, but postpartum hair loss. And so I lost a lot of stuff right here in my temples. And so I began to see those results come in. I had no idea that my why would later change as my journey with Monat began to grow. So in the beginning, my why was to help other people have really good hair. For some people, your why could be to make a house payment, to make a car payment, to put groceries on the table for your family, to pay a light bill, to prevent your house going into foreclosure. Everybody's why is going to be different in this, but something that I am going to tell you that will hold steadfast in your journey with Monat is write your why down and put it where you can see it daily. I'm telling you, it will make the biggest impact in your life. When you begin searching and trying to figure out on days that are tough of why are you doing this business, what got you involved, that why will then recirculate and it will put a smile back on your face and that passion back in your heart, I promise. So 95% of people who write down their why actually accomplish it too. So that's something good to know. I have a light in my eyes. So time. How much time do you want to invest into your business? And when we say time, that is something for me. I don't work a normal 9-to-5 job. I do hair, so I make my own schedule. So something that I had to do from the very beginning is I had to actually mark down the time that I wanted to put into my business. And so for me, it was easier for me to get up an hour earlier and go to bed an hour later to fit my business hours in there until I was making enough money where I could expand on that. So sometimes you will have to make sacrifices. If you want your business to do really well, you're going to have to make sacrifices on certain things. So sometimes when my daughter's at soccer practice, I'm sitting in my car working my business instead of sitting in the stands visiting with the moms, which I love to visit with moms. But at that time, my business is more important. So sometimes it's just about making sacrifices, okay? The next thing that you want to do is figure out how much money you want to make. So even though that this business is not, for me, my ultimate purpose was not to make a ton of money with Monat. It does help if you have a dollar amount of what you want to make and why. If you went to a new job and you did not have an ultimate goal of how much money that you were going to be able to bring home, it really wouldn't be worth your while. And so the same thing is going to go here. You could start out by saying you want to make $500 a month. And then once you reach that, then you can change your income. Again, something that Monat has, it's in our back office in the Market Partner Academy, is a blank check. You can print that blank check out, or you can write yourself a voided check and fill out the dollar amount of exactly how much money that you would like to make with our business. And that can, like I said, it can change month to month for you. It could change annually. It's whatever you want to do. Never in a million years did I think that I would write myself a 5-figure a month income check, but I don't do that anymore. Monat does that. Contacts. So the next thing we're going to do is figure out who in the world do you contact when it comes to Monat, and how do you get this business going? So what I like to stick with is something called Frank when it comes to contacts. Friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, and kids. And by kids, that's gonna be kids' sports and school programs, PTAs, however you're involved with your kids, that's what that stands for. So as you're going through and jotting down, and yes, you want to write down something about writing using pen to paper, actually stimulates your brain and is gonna draw more contacts out. But as you go through that, you may want to write down next to their name. Are they interested in the business? Might they be interested in the product? Maybe both, you're not sure. And then that way, but don't ever, ever, ever try to guess what somebody's interested in, because that's not your job. Let's leave that up to them, because I've lost out on a lot because I assumed that I knew what people would be or would not be interested in, and it turned around and bit me in the butt. So let them make that assumption after you've talked to them about it. Speaking of that, the next thing that we're going to do is talk about a launch. So how do you do a launch? What does a launch mean? So a launch is a ribbon cutting. It's introducing your business, but before you do your launch, after you've joined Monat, do not, I repeat, do not make posts on your social media in regards to you just joined a new business and it's called Monat and it's the best shampoo ever. We already know that, right? Like, that's why we joined, okay? But what we don't want is everybody else knowing. We want there to be a little bit of secrecy left to the thought process of our friends and our neighbors and our peers watching us through social media of what exactly we are doing. So do not post just yet on social media of exactly what you're doing. Let's have your launch party first. And so a launch party can be called a wine and wash. That can be where your friends and family come to your house and you wash their hair in your kitchen sink. That can be through social media. We can do a virtual launch party where you're upline and you do something like this. It'll be live after you've posted some slides and maybe pique some interest of the people that you have invited. And so then what that's going to do is we're all about creating interesting literature for people to want to follow us. If we give them all the information up front, they already know what we're doing and they don't want any part of it. So just please keep that in mind prior to doing your launch. And then MMP is going to be our first paid rank. And as you go through your Market Partner Academy in the back office, you will see that. Managing Market Partner is MMP, and that is our first paid rank advancement of $100. And so with that means that you have then enrolled 2 of your friends to become market partners with you, and you have generated $1,200 in volume. And so your goal from that point forward is to duplicate that. Managing Market Partner is going to be the foundation of our entire business, and how people go to the top so quickly is because they are able to duplicate. They have a system in place, And all of that is extremely duplicatable. And so that is how our team is growing so fast. And that is how I am watching people succeed all throughout Tribe Ignite. So it's been really, really fun to watch. And I couldn't be more excited to know that we have a system in place that works time and time and time again. So that is simply onboarding for us, guys. There's not too much to it. It's very duplicatable, and that's what Monat likes to do, is keep everything duplicatable and keep a system in place. So what I'm going to try to do now is I'm going to remove this light out of my eyeballs. And then I am going to try to bring on AJ Shirey. I am kind of seeing spots right now. Let's see if I can. I'm on my MacBook. AJ, can you ask to join? I don't know. What we may have to do, guys, is do a round 2 if I can end this and then go to my phone and then invite AJ to that. I'm really sorry. I assumed I had done this from my computer before. So let me end this video, and then I'm going to come right back on, and then we will begin answering questions, okay?